Welcome back everyone to DIY December day 27, my series where I show you guys all of my DIY tips and tricks in a budget-friendly way. For today's tutorial, we're going to talk about how I made this large welcome sign for our wedding. We've all seen them, we all love them, but we do not love the price. So today I'm going to give you guys a little insight on how I made this budget-friendly but elegant looking signage right at home. Majority of the materials I did get for this were purchased off Amazon, and here is my whole list. If you want them, it's on my storefront, so just go take a peek there. Starting off strong, we have our 2-piece acrylic sheets. They're 24 by 36 and they were very thin to drill, so I really like them a lot. If you also plan on doing your seating charts, definitely go with the 2-pack. You're not going to find a better price for this, especially at this size. Next, we have the removable vinyl, especially if you want to go ahead and sell your signage after. This is just easy to take off once you're done. Then we have this thick ribbed ribbon. Absolutely loved it. It held the sign up well, and the sign is not that heavy, so it was good for this. Then we have this white acrylic paint. I think I bought about 3 or 4 of them, and I gave a few coats on the back. It is very, very hard to find a white acrylic that is not expensive, so I definitely recommend just putting in the extra effort and painting the back of them. Next, we have these Cricut mats that are 12 by 24. With the larger signage, you're gonna need a larger mat, so just keep that in mind. I like the different grips on them, so that's why I have the variety pack on here. Then last but optional is the modern candles. I absolutely loved how it looked with my modern theme, so I definitely recommend putting them next to it if you are going for the same kind of look. Now let's just jump into the step-by-step. As soon as you get your signs in, I recommend the first thing you do is drill your holes. I liked doing this first because then I still had that protective sheet on top of it, and I was able to mark the hole I wanted right with the Sharpie. And if you're trying to go for the same look, I did about 2 inches from the side and 2 inches from the top. And I used a 1/4 inch drill bit. Also, make sure you're putting something underneath your board that's thick, so once you drill through the acrylic, you're not actually ruining anything. Once you're done with that, you can go ahead and remove the backing off only one side. You want to keep the other one on because when you go to paint, you want that to be protected still. Sometimes with painting onto acrylic, you'll notice that it will somehow seep onto the back, so we just want to avoid that completely. Then go ahead and set yourself up with some space to paint. I recommend putting something down, just easier cleanup that way. If you are doing 2 signs as well, just get it all done in one shot and paint them both at the same time. Now, I didn't mention this in the beginning, but I did use one of the roller brushes. If you don't have one, I do recommend using it because it saved me a buttload of time instead of using one of those little tiny foam brushes. Side note, if you do get this paint, is to do it in little sections because this is a quick drying paint. I am a very impatient person and I like things to move along quicker, so I did go with the quick dry. This will take about 2 to 3 coats. I think I gave it 3, to be honest. I just used it until I ran out of paint. Another thing I purchased that I forgot to note in the beginning were the clothes racks, which I used as stands. For $9.99, they were an absolute steal. They do not look like clothes racks when you have the sign hanging from them, so I definitely recommend doing it, and it was a very easy setup. My husband set up all 3 because I used it for both the welcome sign, the seating chart, and our rehearsal dinner sign. So now that the stands are all set and the signs are all painted, we are ready to go ahead and design our signs. Now, whether you purchased your design off Etsy or if you created your own design, you're going to go ahead and set up your Cricut mat. As you can see here, I'm just setting up the removable vinyl onto the 24 by 12 inch mat. I am getting that all prepped. And as you guys have seen by now, this is the design I came up with. If you do want this exact one, it is available for purchase on Etsy. Now, unfortunately, when it comes to larger signs, you do have to kind of slice up your image by sections. I do the slicing process in Design Space, but because this video is running long, I'm not going to add that into this. But if you do want to see that, make sure you're dropping a comment and I will make sure to make another video on that. After your Cricut is done cutting your design and you've done your weeding and you've got your design on your transfer tape, go ahead and put it onto your acrylic. Just make sure it's on the shiny side and not the painted side. It will have an easier time sticking. Finish it off by having the ribbon go through your drilled holes and then tying it up to your stand. And you'll be left with something as simple and as elegant as this. If you're looking for more money-saving DIY tips and tricks, make sure you're following along.